Merry Christmas, Exos heroes. We are here the day after Christmas. Honestly, man, I wanted to just do a video. Well, there's not much else I could do except the going through the story or something like that. So my gift, first gift of the thing is I'm gonna ask you guys specifically, what video do you guys want to see me do? Do you guys want to see me go into the path of trials until I lose? I still have to beat this, by the way. I don't think there's a prize for beating it on at a certain time or whatever. I could try to do that. I think it's the stage 3. I can do a stage 3 video. And then this is the path of trials. We're on the path of Exos. I think we have the wasted red. Oh no, we still got a long way to go until we even hit Brune, and we're already struggling. But I'm actually not using the cheat code, and thank you for someone that mentioned it in my comment section. I kind of forgot that you could definitely just use battery for all these battery ulum for the brakes, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? I'm dumb. It's easy to get the brakes, not like it's hard, but I just kind of forgot about it. I'm not stuck. I just stopped because it was boring. So what I'm gonna be doing is going into here, and I was trying my hardest, guys. You guys know, man, I was trying so hard to possibly get up to 20, but it's gonna take way too long to do this, to get up to the you guys already know what I'm talking about, like these 20 skills, to see if it actually has some type of impact. I just want to also preface the video as in I've already gotten the shop, so I already beat this. I have no real reason I should technically, and if you are paying attention and doing stuff, you should technically just save your Levi stones at this point. But I do, well, I don't think, am I finished with this too? No, I'm not. So I still have to still here if I want these ultra orbs and these stuff and some things and then this, and then technically I'd buy that, but I want to make a video because I've spoken badly about it in things, but I want to make a somewhat in-depth video about what they can do to fix the quantum raid after now we have seen it in all its glory for the second time. And I didn't make a video. I was kind of hoping that the community backlash would kind of bring it on home, but maybe they can have a full video to kind of like fix up what they still need to fix. So without further ado, skidamarinky dinky doo, let's get into it. Now, you guys already know that this video is going to be 100% MFO because I think that there is some good and some bad, I guess, with this thing. And we'll start off, and I want to be fair. And I think that a lot of people, they think my critique of this game, whenever I critique the game, that I'm being a baddie, I'm a bad guy. But I want to critique everything properly so they can look at this video, or people can, something, man. I just feel like I just want it to be better, man. All right, so first things first, let's just go over the shop before we even get into the actual gameplay. That's gonna be a completely different story. We're gonna go from everything that I can explain from this screen, and we'll go forward that way. So first is gonna be obviously the quantum raid pass. Is that this thing costs 3,000 crystals, and 3,000 crystals is pretty bad for only getting a faded hero. I think that should be somewhere in here, possibly, and then this should be a general. The reason why is because the Exos pass is the same thing for the same amount of money. You have to kind of keep values equivalent, and I think that you have to be mindful of what you're making cheap and what you're making expensive. As soon as they made that the Exos pass is the same amount of money for a way better thing, which is a general. The generals run the game, and the reason why, when you have signature force, they boost up certain characters within a certain region. So like a faded thing, unless this was a faded hero selector, even if it was only blacks, like only black fake cores, would be really cool. And it would also make it really cool that, oh man, I can't wait for the quantum raid. It would actually bring in excitement and make you want to play into the quantum raid. But that would be one thing. That's just one thing that Nick added. And then of course you have the actual shop. Now, when you guys know with the the core raids, I think I'm messing up all the raid titles. These would normally be things that you can actually buy. Also, now they have the memory shards in there, right? So it would give you also extra incentive to keep farming this event after you finish this. At the moment now, there's really no reason for me to keep playing in this mode, which is bad. Your thing is on for like 2 weeks, and there should be no reason why for something for 2 weeks that you would be done playing it after a couple of days. And now all you can get is these, or which is to boost up your character. So so you can quickly get up to this, and then you would just get these rewards. Now these rewards, as you see, rewards are paid weekly through mailboxes according to the ranking the event when the event ends. It says paid weekly, but I'm pretty sure you only get one large sum, unless you forever for the rest of your life weekly get paid this, but it's probably a mistranslation. But you will get this probably at the end if you are in these ranks. I'm currently ranked 685. Oh, 686. Someone just beat my lovely score. So the people that are up here are most likely the ones that are just splurging out on it and probably leveling up their characters and then constantly doing extreme and every other whatever difficulty that they have, and they're going to keep playing this so they can get this. But these are the only rewards. Again, same thing with the other thing I just said, is that they should have more incentive to keep playing it. You want, like, it takes me literally no time at all to do all my dailies. Even for some of the stuff that I can't quick battle, it won't take me that long to manual it if I need to. And then also the stuff like the Holy Dragon Grounds, you can just quickly do that. Everything is pretty quick, and then you're just left with, what else can I do in this game? Playtime is really important for games, especially gachas, so they need to increase the viability that you want to have playtime in there. All you have after that is Path of Trials, which you can finish, it has an end to it, and you have the story, which has an end to it. So, you know, let's say if I'm more active of a player, I already have that stuff done. You know, I don't currently, but you know, other people do. And then after that, there's really nothing else to do except just wasting running down your Levi stones by either doing exploration or fighting the golems to get additional resources, and that's really all you would actually turn the game on. And exploration, as you know, you actually don't need the game on at all. You can just smart exploration and you'll be done. So when these events come out, it's a reason to play and leave the game on and, you know, have something. So they has to be good, and the rewards currently don't really make it that you want to stay in there. Next up, I'm going to go into is going to be talking about the team, this aspect thing here. Now, as you guys know, each character, there's like 3 different versions here. I think Knight Guardian, Paladin, right? Wizard, Ranger, Warrior, right? Assassin, Wizard. Oh, there's like 4 here. And then Cleric, Trickster, and Enchanter are the only ones here. Now, as you guys know, we'll go into pretty quickly into the battle, where it makes more sense. Now, these things level up by getting these things, right? And it's not that bad of a system. I actually think this is fine. It's really cool that you can pretty much use whatever character that you want. They try to now add in this level up system, which is at 20. I think that 20 is a little bit too high, just because like I'm already pretty much done with the basic farming of it, and this is only incentive for people that are trying to get those high scores, which we already went through, and it was really not that worth it. So a lot of people won't even get to see what this is. I'm really gonna try to push so you guys can see it. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna pop up on Reddit or something like that before I actually get to it. But you know, hopefully it's something really cool that will make it that, dang, I really should level up Janai next time. I really want to level up Bathory, or really want to level up Ravia's bullet, but yes, Dorka. You know, really have an incentive to do that. And if there is no real incentive to do it, then it's just another failure, I think, that's on the system. I think that this would be really bad. Like, I'm hoping that Paladin is a AoE invincible or something like that, and that for him, the defense buff, maybe they get an attack buff as well. You know, I have certain theories of what these things might be. Like this one might actually be AoE, which would really be strong. This one might be, I don't know, like another AoE, I don't know. Then there's also Rachel, and there's also Schmidt as well. I'm pretty sure that they might have the same thing, because I think that they're lazy like that. But you know, there are there's a plethora of options here that they could really do, but you would want to see this earlier. I think if this is something really cool, you want to show it to people earlier so they actually are watching it. You know, maybe have something where at, you know, this move here starts off at level 1, and then you get this at like level 5 or 10 or something like that, and then maybe even something else, and then maybe at level 20 even something grander. Like, you just really draw people into the mode a little bit better by just, you know, building that anticipation. And I think that they could actually do that. It wouldn't be too hard, just like making some of the other cooler stuff come a little bit earlier so that it's there, so you can actually see it visually and enjoy it. Now let's actually go into the fighting. Now, before I go, obviously the repeat battle function is phenomenal. Repeat upon defeat is a little bit sketchy, guys. The reason why is because you have to make sure that your team comp is actually, if they lose, it's rare. So I can actually do this on stage 7, stage 9, stage 8 is kind of like a toss-up. And as you guys don't know, after stage 5, 6, 7, and 8 will still give you the same rewards. Only 9 will give you, I think, more of the tickets, if I'm not mistaken, and that's about it. So make sure you get to stage 5. Once you get past stage 5 and below, you're getting the same amount of stones, and that's what you really care about as far as like leveling up your characters. So now you already know what we're gonna go and talk about, the stupid reindeer and everything else. Now the music, which I have muted, unfortunately, so you know, it has like pretty good Christmas music. I should turn it on, but the Christmas music is pretty good. I'm not gonna go and turn my music on just to turn it back off. It's pretty good actually in my opinion. And then now we're in the combat aspect of it, right? So the combat is not that bad, I think, as far as like for it to be full auto. Yes, I could take it off auto and move certain characters. I can have certain characters target other ones, which is actually good when you're going into the nitty gritty of it, right? The reason why is because your backline is pretty vulnerable, unfortunately. Like right now they're pelting Bathory, and she's actually gonna die here, right? So she died because these guys over here on the upper right hand corner destroyed her. Now all of a sudden my run is significantly weaker. I just lost one of my stronger characters. She wasn't healed fast enough, and it's just kind of random. So if I wanted to, I would take one of my characters and target them, and you know, hopefully we'd get stuff done quicker. They also kind of, in my opinion, messed up by giving the opponent the same buffs that we have. You know, we have these buffs like the Paladin comes in invincible, you know, all this other weird stuff. Now they have that too, as you can see that I don't know if this is my Paladin that's doing that or theirs, but it's just kind of weird. And now you have to be paying attention to a lot more. And also the mana gain for the defensive units are pretty random. I think that also the attackers gain mana based off critting, which again, all the randomness is not good in a realm in which you're not really controlling too much. Usually when you have less control, you want to have more options so you can make the thing go in your favor. I mentioned this before, is that a bunch of RNG doesn't solve it, especially when you're supposed to be farming something. And they want you to take the RNG out of it by just being overwhelmingly stronger. So look, Janai's about to die. Now technically with Janai, I would just, you know, move her away if I feel like she's gonna die or something like that. It's just not too much actual strategy. See, look, these two Santas are invincible, so if someone's focusing her, I would just move it up, or if she's actually dying, move it away. You know, whatever. Not too much things to do, but a lot of things are going on that you can't really control into it. So I do think that they should give it more of the Final Fantasy 12 Gambit system, where you can customize this a little bit more, and maybe use your points for that to customize your units a little bit. Now here we go. I'm gonna use a frontliner because he's gonna be closer. Now you have the reindeer, which is just, now the reindeer has a lot of AoE based attacks, and as you can see, pretty much most of it is very manageable, and I feel like it's actually pretty fine. Then you do have the summon phase. Now these things are not too strong. They're actually pretty easy to deal with, but I think that it's, as you can see, like my units are still focusing the reindeer, and this is on auto, right? So sometimes if you really want to be optimal, you would then have one of your mages like start to pelt out the smaller ones so they don't have to deal with it. And there it is, guys. You already know I was gonna talk about it. Look at my units die. So pretty much you guys already know. It's a invincible attack that you can't deal any damage. He's like critting you and stuff like that. The only thing that you could hope to do is if you take that one unit, I think, I forgot what unit it is. It's a thing where they lower the damage of it, and possibly it would happen at this time. I'm hoping that the other attack comes off. I'm definitely gonna lose, by the way. Oh yeah, all my healers are dead. I just hope that he does that one AoE attack, not that attack. And I'm not doing it again. You can bet your sweet ass I'm not. Not that attack. And look, he misses. Missed the entire thing. He might still do it if he survives long enough, which he really shouldn't. There it is, he did it at the end. And it's the AoE attack where the meteors, or in this case the Christmas gifts, fall from the sky, and like you can actually damage him, but it's so random and it does a crazy amount of damage. It's again at the point where you just have to have your stats high enough to deal with something like that. The only thing that I could fathomly hope about that is if you have the enchanters. The reason why is because the enchanters have the lower attack speed and their crit hit by 20%. I'm sure that goes higher, so you would lower their ability to crit, so maybe you won't get crit, so you won't take too big of a damage. But it's this weird time frame which you have absolutely zero control over. So boosting attack speed is cool and all, and then you just have the heals. That's usually why people just run, you know, several heals so you can just survive longer. I actually would probably not have Trickster, but the reason why I have it is because I want to see what Janai's thing is. So I feel like that's it. The invincible attack is garbage. There's nothing you could do within that time frame. So your only people that can gain mana is the healers. You're like not even in the clerics or anything like that. They literally cannot gain mana because they're not swinging. So your mid and any backline that attack can't get mana. Your front line can get mana, but it's only when they're getting dealt a absurd amount of damage. As you guys can see, I'm level 11 and 12. As you can see, my Ulum is level 4, which I don't care about. I'm literally force feeding the levels to my generals so that I can see their moves. Normally I would have everyone more balanced out, but I just want to see what the end game looks like. So that's really it. There's a lot of improvements that they can do onto it. I don't understand why they keep going back with the same thing. It's just they're just changing the model and just gonna do the same thing. But I feel like the next Quantum Raid it's you don't want people to play your game, or at least play modes in your game, just for the rewards and then they're done with it. You want them to actually enjoy it. So if they were to make another one for the next big holiday, which I would assume the next time they'll probably do this would probably be like Easter. Like I could definitely see a big psychotic Easter bunny on there, and they'll probably keep it away. Or maybe they'll do one for like the New Year or something like that. Well, I don't know, that'd be too quick. But I think the next holiday they would do it, or maybe they just make a monster, like something from the storyline, and then that's the new Quantum Raid, and until like they keep doing it. But they definitely need to keep changing it. They need to keep improving it. But I'm still happy that they did improve it in general from the last time. They did listen to feedback. So YFOs in the comment section below, if you agree with some of the things and maybe possible suggestions that maybe I did left out, do you think the Quantum Raid is perfectly fine? It's not too evasive. It doesn't take you too long to quote unquote finish it. Do you think that the rewards are fine? Do you think that they need to revamp that? And that's always a contention. I find the most kickback from this community, gacha in general, is whenever I ask for more rewards or for more anything like that, I always get kickback. It's crazy. It's like, no, it's too much. It's too much. And you would think like, are you the dev? Are you one of the devs here? Because why are you so upset? You know, why are you so like, make it better? It's like we play this. We're supposed to play the game every day, so like, you know, if you're playing something every day, you want it to be worthwhile, don't you? Why don't you not want it to be fun, to just be able to summon more often, to be able to upgrade your units more often, and then with those upgraded units have something to do with them outside of PvP? Because you know, just PvP is not for everybody, you know. And so I like when there's cool PvE stuff to go off of. But again, let me know what you guys think. And of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, as a gift, let me know what video you guys want to see following up after this. Maybe pity the bunny or something like that. I really don't want to do that. But you know, like, you know, maybe some suggestion, Coliseum when it comes out, something. What do you guys want to see? Anywho, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and just remember that every day the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.